Today we're gonna be taking a look at the second new sniper that made it to Battlefield 1 with Turning Tides DLC. Same as with the Arisaka that we talked about 2 days ago, Carcano M91 comes to the game only in one variant, but instead of infantry one as with the Arisaka, it is actually a carbine variant. And what is the simple difference between carbine and infantry variants? Well, the carbine is just worse. By no means I'm not trying to discourage you from playing with the gun or even unlocking it before I started the review, but that's just the truth. Statistically, carbine variant is just worse. Of course it doesn't automatically make Carcano a bad weapon, but let's start from the beginning. If you want to unlock it, you have to perform 25 kills with the Gewehr 95 in the carbine variant and, on top of that, destroy 5 explosives. If you're not quite sure what those explosives actually mean, what are you supposed to destroy, well, everything counts. You can shoot trip mines, you can shoot anti-tank mines, and pretty much anything that is placed by the enemy and can go kaboom. Just remember not to stand too close to the thing that you're trying to blow up, and I'm not saying this because I think that you're stupid, guys. I'm saying this because I've already came across people who actually detonated themselves with enemy explosives while trying to complete this assignment. It's incredible. But besides those guys having zero brain capacity, the Carcano M91 has a 6-bullet magazine combined with either 73 rate of fire or 80 rate of fire. And I'm not giving you two values because I'm misinformed, I'm giving them because DICE says 80 in game statistics and then guys from Simtic.com are saying 73. Who am I supposed to trust? But apart from DICE not being able to implement proper stats to their own game, the weapon has also a muzzle velocity of 700 meters per second. And what does it mean? Well, essentially it's easier to hit running targets or someone at the longer distance. If you want to compare it to the Gewehr 95, it's got about 600, so there is a quite significant difference between those two. And I bet some of you are wondering now, why didn't you give us a sweet spot range? Well, that is because same as with the Gewehr 95, this weapon does not have a sweet spot. Generally the weapon is designed for the close quarter engagements and you can't really extend it any longer. I mean, of course, if you end up in a situation where you actually need to shoot someone on the long range, you will not have problems with it, but I'm just saying that it is not the main purpose of this weapon. It doesn't even guarantee you a one-shot kill into the head on longer ranges, it will just damage the opponent for 97 HP, so if the guy was full at 100, well, it still leaves him with 3 HP. But as I said, the main purpose of this weapon is a close to medium range, and it works decently here. As long as you can stay on the distance that gives you an advantage over your opponents, but at the same time isn't actually too long, so that it would leave you at the disadvantage, you can do very well with it. However, I wouldn't say that it's the easiest sniper to use. I don't know, guys, if you are getting the same feeling as I do while playing with the Carcano, but basically every time I'm aiming and shooting with this gun, something feels a bit off. I can't really explain it, since I have no clue what actually causes it. Statistically the weapon should be an upgrade from Gewehr 95 or Russian 1895, but it isn't, at least for me. Personally, I don't feel like the weapon actually feels good while shooting with it. As I've said, I can't really relate to the issue, because I don't know what the actual issue is. And by no means I'm not saying the weapon is bad, I'm just saying it feels weird to shoot with it if you compare it to the other sniper rifles that are in the game. Plus, as long as I could understand why they decided not to put a marksman variant to the Arisaka, I actually see no point in doing that with the Carcano. The weapon would benefit so much from having a second variant allowing you to put on a scope. Majority of Battlefield 1 players prefer to play with snipers that offer either marksman or sniper variant because it's just easier to land shots with those. And I completely understand it, because I get the exact same feeling. When the target is bigger, because you have zooming sights, it will always be easier to perfectly line up your shot and hit the target. I'm actually wondering if you won't get more variants, or we will actually get those in the second part of DLC. It just seems weird that not only some of the classes got only one weapon instead of two as others did, but also some of the weapons are in one variant and some of them are in two. What's the reason behind this? The DLC wasn't finished? And it's not that I'm complaining, it just doesn't make any sense to me. All of the previous DLCs added equal amount of weapons for all classes. Maybe except for Tanker and Pilot, but I'm mainly referring to the 4 classes that are available to play at all time. And now with Turning Tides, one class gets more weapons than the other? What's the deal, guys? Anyway, as I'm starting to go off the topic, I think it's quite safe to say that I should end the video, but before I do it, let me guys know what do you think about Carcano. Write down the comment, and as always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield.